Valoria for 3.
Oh!
Osa.
The dagger.
No, Mark Cruz.
Soberano, that's a 3.
Improbable
And that's
three.
good. Valencia. Oh!
Here comes LJ. LJ Gonzalez. Got the basket.
The step back 3.
Yes! Slips. Takes a shot. It's good!
After witnessing the first two games of this semifinals series between the San Juan Knights and the Pangasinan Heatwaves, we ask ourselves, who wants it more? Is it the team led by Coach Alex Angeles, who stepped up during Game 2 when they had their backs against the wall? Or is it the Coach Jerson Cabiltes-led team, who rose through the rankings during their playoff series? This is Game 3 of the North Division semifinals at the Phil Oil Center for Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
The Pangasinan Heatwaves are one step closer to what was almost impossible for their fans. But in their way are title holders, the San Juan Knights, who are not giving up just yet in that 6th appearance in the North Division Finals.
Orlando Lamar from way outside.
Soberano. Dire-diretso. Lays it in. San Juan will live to fight another day. There to take the free. And he will make it to Denison. Open free. It's good. Pangasinan flirting with destiny. What a rebound. And a putback from Jory Namoles. Galanza Nakabueno off two screens.
Really dominated by the Pangasinan Heatwaves.
Showdown between Pangasinan and San Juan. Rise or reclaim?
Ang tanong, who has the bigger heart? Pangasinan or San Juan?
Welcome back to the thrill, the passion, the drama, and the showcase that is the MPBL playoffs. It's Do or Die Thursday here at the Phil Oil Eco Center in San Juan. For some, it's a normal Thursday, but for us here and the rest of you watching everywhere, we must brace ourselves for what should be a battle of attrition. It's Game 3 of your North Division semifinals. Rise or reclaim? Can Pangasinan pull off an upset? Hesed Gabo, who has been a proven winner in this league, but his drive for more success has never wavered over the years. Vic Manuel, only in his first season in the MPBL, but already having a special run in these playoffs. Sila ang mga personalidad at mga bida dito para sa Pangasinan. Sa kabilang panig naman, Orlando Lamar, the premier playmaker, the heart and soul of the San Juan Knights. Can he lead them back to the North Division Finals? Yan ang isa sa mga malaking tanong ngayong gabi. Kasama niya si Dexter Maiquez, who a consummate pro but has really never had that breakthrough or legendary game in the playoffs. Will this be the night for Dex and the rest of the Knights? It's quite a nice Thursday, a special Thursday for all of us here as we witness this do or die game between the San Juan Knights, the former champions, against the Pangasinan Heatwaves, the second, only in their second season here as a franchise dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Magandang gabi po mga kaliga. Sa Love Tupas kasama si Christian Luanzo na nagbabalik. Kamusta ka?
Thank you. Okay naman, birthday boy.
Thank you. Thank you. Binati mo na agad ako ha. Let's get that
syempre.
one out of the way. Maraming salamat po sa mga nanonood sa atin sa ating YouTube channel. Also, we're live on Solar Sports and on pusup.com. Kasama natin si Gianna Llanes, gave us that really nice intro earlier. But what a matchup and what an occasion for you to come back. Game 3, do or die.
Game 3, San Juan, Pangasinan. These are two teams who we think, both of us, know that has a really good chance of getting the title this season. Obviously, a couple teams, Abra is already waiting, and a couple teams still waiting. Obviously, that Batangas-Binyan game. But these two teams, a do-or-die matchup, this is something I can't miss.
Oo, syempre. No? And syempre, ititreat kita. Kaya pumunta ka naman talaga dito.
Maraming salamat.
Oo, no, but kidding aside, this is a game that really, a lot of people have been looking out for, particularly, may pa-birthday pa.
Grabe to, ha?
Oh, thank you, grabe. Wow. That caught me by surprise. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ang alam ko, basketball game pinuntahan ko rito.
Kaya nga eh.
Hindi party.
Kaya nga, dinidelay pala nila yung playoff bracket natin. Idiretso nyo na sa playoff bracket. Gusto ko na makita yung graphics natin para ma-update natin yung mga nanonood ko. Ano ang estado ng ating playoffs. The Quezon already punching their ticket to the South Division
Right.
Finals with that sweep of the Jensen Warriors. Itong Binyan, that Game 2 was called off because of the unsafe playing conditions in Batangas City Coliseum.
That will be played tomorrow.
Yeah, that will be played tomorrow at the Batangas Convention and Event Center. So malamig doon. So that will be a safer venue.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
But all eyes in this matchup. Number 3 versus number 7. San Juan against Pangasinan. 1-1 ang record ngayon ng dalawang kakupunan. Pangasinan winning game 1, San Juan equalizing last week.
And quite the irony, no, in terms of their journey dito sa liga. Nabanggit mo nga itong Pangasinan, only their second season, missed the playoffs last year, and every series na kakalabanin nila, no, if they are able to beat San Juan, is basically an upset because they finished the regular season as the 7th seed. But don't be fooled being the 7th seed itong Pangasinan because we have said all season long, especially considering the depth of their lineup, the name of their personnel that they have, this is a legit contender.
Yeah, and diretso tayo sa nangyari in Game 2. San Juan really jumping out of the gates hard. It took a while for Pangasinan to get going, pero San Juan really pouncing on those early opportunities. They were hitting their threes early, and really that pretty much set the tone. They led big in this ball game.
As they were also nung first game, made 9 threes, 13 to your point in the second. I think the difference was they minimized their turnovers. We're going to see the numbers in a bit. You know, the biggest part for me here is the offensive rebounding. Dinoble nila yan. Only 6 in the first game. They more than doubled that by 13. And because of that, after being about minus 12 in terms of attempts, plus 14 sila, 71 to 57. And they minimized their turnovers. Therefore, you know, they got pounded in the paint nung first game massively. They were like minus 28. So that's why, you know, yung points in the paint nila, pati yung 3-point shooting nila, nagtugma, had a highest lead of 36 in this game. Something that you rarely see really in a playoff game, in an elimination game, really nung game 2. But they were just on point on both ends.
Yeah, and syempre ito sa kabilang panig ng Pangasinan needs a big game from a lot of their players, and one player in particular was their mid-season pickup na si Alin Bulanadi. You know, he had a quite a good start in game number 1, but sort of faded, and it's not yung sinasabi natin, no, Alin is coming back to a league that is no longer the same when he was scoring 19, 21 points when he was with Basilan many years ago.
And I think that was like 5-6 years ago, even before the pandemic, no, but still a capable scorer, left-handed shooter, a guy who, is a decent finisher in transition, loves those pull-ups, and really is a streaky shooter. You see his season averages, had 11 in the second game. And he's going to be big, particularly because of the absence, that suspension that was given by the league to Lawrence Victoria after that disqualifying foul. And he's going to be big because yung minuto malamang mapupunta sa kanya, no? And they're going to activate a few players. Ito si Robin, I believe, is going to be another left-handed shooter. But it's going to take, obviously, a collective effort on the part of Pangasinan, especially to stop one of the best point guards in the league, that guy that you see, Orlan Wamar.
Well, Orlan Wamar, and we've talked about him a lot over the last few years. He is the heart and soul of the Knights.
No
and
question.
He's, we've seen a lot of versions of Orlan Wamar. Orlan Wamar, the facilitator, the premier playmaker, and Orlan Wamar, the scorer. And we saw both in game number 2.
There is no way that San Juan is winning this game if he gets identical numbers to the game 1. Where Orlan Wamar goes is where San Juan will go. And you see the big difference from 4 to 24, the attempts from 9 to 12, the mix from 0 to 4 in three-point shooting, more rebounds, less assists. I thought, watching that game, the first game, he deferred too much, especially in the first part. Parang pinakiramdaman pa niya eh. But in the second game, because they were desperate, because the season was on the line, he was obviously more aggressive and looking for his shots. And they're going to need him to put up the same production, more importantly, to control the game, especially playing at home, dito in San Juan.
It's time. This is the North Division semifinals. Rise or reclaim. Do or die Thursday here. Let's go to Miguel Perde for the starters.
Starting at guard, number 10, Ralph Robin. At center, number 28, the Komodo Dragon, Michael Mabulak. At forward, number 13, Aline Bulanadi. Also at forward, number 27, Dore Napoles. And at one guard, number 7, Hesed Gabo. The head coach for the Heatwaves is Gerson Cabiltes. Assistant coaches, Noy Catalan, Jun Marzan, Florian Pineda, Ariel Sison, Harold Nang, Joseph Gion, Dan Xavier, and June Medina. And now, mga Kaliga, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit for your MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights. Starting at forward, number 18, Nico Panganiban. Also at forward, number 15, Arvin Gamboa. At center, number 17, Aldrich Ramos. At guard, number 6, AC Soberano. And at one guard, number 5, Orlen Wamar. The head coach for the San Juan Knights is Alex Angeles. Assistant coaches, Jonathan Banal, Arvin Mangas, James Ampin, Nat Gregorio, Paulo Gorospe, Jigs Guadamor, and PJ Maningan. Team manager is Junis Mon. The team owner is Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada.
Pangasinan will start with Hesed Gabo, Ralph Robin, Mike Mabulak, Aline Bulanadi, and Jore Napoles. San Juan naman has Orlando Omar, AC Soberano, Aldrich Ramos, Nico Panganiban, and Arvin Gamboa. Arvin Gamboa, part of that strong start in game number 2, will start again here in game number 3. Our officiating crew, Alan Manzano, Richard Carpio, Leonardo Layosa, and Jay Castroverde is the substitute referee. Hesed Gabo, Aldrich Ramos, Mike Mabulak. Only one team will survive after tonight.
And again, because of the absence of Lawrence Victoria, obviously the change in the starting lineup, they put in Aline Bolinadi, and as they activate etong si Robin, not only does he become activated, he starts the game. And a good start for Pangasinan, getting the first stop.
Well, they need Robin for his outside shooting as well. Bulanadi will pull up. Not get the roll. Nico Panganiban secures the rebound.
And to your point, let's see if Ralph Robin, because he's known obviously as an outside sniper, that's going to be an offensive foul on Gamboa. If they could increase or improve their three-point shooting. This is not a good three-point shooting team. All throughout the season, the average is 6 to 7 makes per game, but in this series, a total of 4 of 45 in the first 2 games, compared to San Juan, who has pretty much been lights out from beyond the arc.
Bulanadi. Napoles will pull up.
Now, this is also one guy that was absent nung game 2. We talked about Orlan Wamar being absent in game 1. Napoles, who was the best player nung unang laro with 16 points and 8 rebounds, only was able to produce 4 points and 6 boards in the last game.
And in the build-up to this matchup right here, AC Soberano, we'll talk about threes. He has made a living making threes all his life. AC Soberano, kahit nakapikit yan.
That's why the best way to defend a shooter is not to force them to miss, but really to force them to put the ball on the deck. Huwag mo na patirahin, mas walang porsyento yun. As Mabulak with the face-up, wala, but the clean-up by Napoles, sumagot kagad si Napoles pagkatapos banggitin.
Okay, Gabo and Wamar rekindling their matchup. Panganiban from the other side, he hits the 3.
That's something to me that Pangasinan has to improve on. I thought there were a couple plays, especially in the first half of the first 2 games, We're in early on, makakreate na ng advantage and open shots. But you talk about the start by Alin Bolinadi. All 5 points coming from him.
No, Napoles.
Napoles rather in the last one.
Players were locked in right now.
You're right, he missed the first jumper.
Panganiban will fire. And he misses. Rebound nakuha ni Robin. Napoles the handoff to Gabo. Hesed swings it over to Robin. Puts the ball on the deck. The runner from Robin. That doesn't work. Panganiban with a rebound. Gamboa. This is where he can be useful for San Juan. Relieves Orlan Momar of some ball handling duties.
He's gonna
And
try
it's a
to
switch.
attack a mismatch, yeah.
Soberano caught that one in rhythm but misses the three. Here's Bulanadi. Alin, labas kay Robin. He gets it back. He fires again. 2 threes from Alin Bulanadi.
That's why we expect the three-point shooting to increase, especially with these two on the floor, yung wingmen ng Pangasinan, two left-handed players. Really tough to guard because they're left-handed as Wamar attacks the lane. Might have been fouled on the head, but no call. Bulanadi with another one. Pasok.
Wow.
My goodness.
What a start for Alin Bulanadi. 9 of Pangasinan's 11 points coming courtesy of Alin Bulanadi. There's a double foul on Romar and Gabo.
Defense. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, 3-point shot of the game is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Here's Alin Bulanadi relocating to the corner. Robin gives it back and Alin Bulanadi hits. Talk about that.
Well, napansin mo, no, yung depensa nitong San Juan, ever since really the first game, the help defense is always there. Not so much gaps in between because they know that Pangasinan's strength or tendency is to attack the paint as Panganiban with an attack of his own. Hindi lamang pumasok. Bulanadi in transition.
Misses the floater that time. Alin Bulanadi. JP Maguliano is in the game para kay Napoles. Gamboa! Strong to the cup, Arvin Gamboa. Maguliano back the other way. He's fouled hard by Aldrich Ramos. This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Expo, personal karaoke speaker. Everyday karaoke.
Both teams with early lapses defensively in the first lap. Even though you saw 2 to 3 white shirts in sa drive ni Gamboa, it's one thing to sprint to the paint, another to really move your feet and stop the ball. And on the other end, after making a basket, nakashoot naman kagad or nagkaroon ng pagkakataong kagad itong si Maguliano sa kabila.
Maguliano 0 for 2 on that trip. 3 triples already for Pangasinan, courtesy of Alin Bulanadi. That's their output for the entire game 2. Gamboa fires. Masyado malakas.
So you can see as a secondary ball handler, they're trying to relieve pressure from Orlan Mamar because yung mga first 2 games nila, when Orlan Mamar is bringing down the ball, Hesen Gabo in particular is picking up full court. So as a point guard and the main scorer of your team, nakakapagod yun. Kaya nakikita natin a couple times already early in this game, si Gamboa nagbababa ng bola.
Ibang klase yung denial dito ni Hesed Gabo kay Orlan Mamar. And now Orlan able to get the basketball. Gamboa. Maguliano now with Ramos.
Excellent challenge by Manuel.
Not get the 3 to drop. Hesed waits for Maguliano. Forced that one.
He did. I thought Manuel was open in the right corner. Hindi tulad nito. Extra pass. 3-point shot made. Panganiban to Soberano. We talked about Robin and Bulinari, the shooters. for the white squad. How about the blue, the home team? Shooter din yan mga yan, si Panganiban at si Soberano. 3-point shootout king, isa dyan, tama?
Well, Wamar
Wamar.
was a champion, two-time champion, and Robin adds to the three-point barrage of Pangasinan, 14-13. Shootout here in San Juan early on. Wamar against Gabo. They blitz him. Finds Aldrich. Nagcut si Panganiban. Blocked by Maguliano. Good challenge by JP. Alin. Bulanadi takes the jumper. I thought Robin was open there on the right side of Alin Bulanadi.
Yeah, so that's twice already, no? Na hindi nila na-hit yung open man, wherein Bulanadi, even with the hot hand, it was coming off, driving kicks. But the last two, of not hitting the open man has forced San Juan with those stops. And now they will have a chance to take the lead.
That's
Offensive foul?
Yeah, that's number 2 on Orlan.
That's big time.
That's
That's
number
big,
2.
big time on the part of Pangasinan and costly on the part of San Juan.
Although JC Cuellar had a terrific game in Game 2.
Yeah, bounce back performance. Parang ng Game 1, ito yung offensive foul na tinawag. Yeah, clearly discarded. Anytime there's an extension.
Essen. Oh! Wow. That's a big blow. You draw the second foul of Orlando Mar and hit a 3 on the next possession.
Well, especially how he has poorly shot the ball overall in this series. Only 2 for 7. I believe itong si Hessen Gabo was 1 for 4 in game number 1 and 1 for 6. So that's 2 of 11, excuse me. As you see this 3-point shot of Hessen Gabo.
Maguliano, Dex Wamar, that's also a foul on JP Maguliano. But you see the trust here. You Coach Alex Angeles on Orlando Mar not pulling him out immediately after picking up foul number 2.
Trust and risky at the same time. So it's more of those high risk, high reward types of scenarios, because in a do or die game, he's obviously a guy you can't afford to sit on the bench for a long period of time. Nice drive and dish to Soyud.
And here's Raul Soyud, who's been a quiet but effective operator para dito sa San Juan in this playoff run so far. Manuel inside, Maguliano. Maikes got lost in the shuffle there.
Now that's an excellent read by Hessen Gabo, because usually he's a guy that wants the direct assist, but that time uses Vic Manuel as the second feeder for that open layup underneath for Maguliano. Here comes Pangasinan.
Maguliano puts it in, plus the foul. That's back-to-back baskets for JP. The Heat Waves starting out strong in this do-or-die game. This is the game powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
And this run by Pangasinan, obviously the biggest lead so far in this game, created by Hessen Gabo, who will have a breather on the bench. Pinilitan siya ni Ian Melencio, hitting or forcing Wamar with a second foul with the offensive foul, hitting the 3 and creating plays. The hockey assist and the direct one in transition.
Maikes was looking for the foul. Was able to release the ball to Wamar. Floater won't go. Melencio with a rebound. Mike Di Gregorio. Bongalanza. Atake blocked by Soyud. That's a goaltend.
That looked good to me from my angle.
Yeah.
Pero
And here's the pass from Di Gregorio and then Galanza. Yeah, I think it was good.
that should count.
You think it should count?
It should count.
Parang pababa na yung bola nung
I thought it was on the way up.
on the way up.
I thought it was on the way up.
So, no basket. Should be a block.
It should be a block.
The officiating crew giving this one a close look.
But then again, nakaasa ako sa mga mata ko. 4 to kasama yung salamin ko. So,
8 yung akin. 8 tayo combined. Oh, it counts.
See?
It counts. So, might be on the way down. Yeah, JC Cullar has come in, 23 to 15.
Gotta give credit to that official, number 37.
Aaron Manzano.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first period. Here's Cullar. Panganiban fires short. Maikes secures the offensive rebound.
Has a mismatch on the post.
And only the third team foul for Pangasinan.
Turned out to be a good foul.
And they've done a good job here of conserving their fouls. Cullar picks up his dribble. Labas kay Dexter Maikes. Nandun si Manuel sa harap niya. Denison going to Soyud. Raul. Atake. Yes, on the layup.
Excellent patience by San Juan right there. Denison, who made a couple threes in the first game, that time had an intention to shoot but was well covered by De Gregorio. And then Soyud, the veteran that he is, just being patient with a nice move from high post to inside.
Vic Manuel with a pull-up 3. He gets it to go. 9-point lead for Pangasinan here in the first period.
This might be the Vic Manuel game because alam naman natin yung kapasidad at yung veteranong Vic Manuel, no, sa mga big moments has really have yet to that kind of game dito sa sering ito. Failing to score in double figures the first 2 games.
Manuel, he puts it in. And Pangasinan has opened up an 11-point lead here in the first period. The Heat Waves pouring it on the road here in San Juan. Vic Manuel with 5 straight points, forcing a timeout from Coach Alex Angeles. We will be right back.
Out on the court, we leave nothing behind. Wala tayong ititira because we left it all out on the court. Game 1 is over. Game 2 is done. Play with no regrets. Play with no excuses. That's how we're gonna play. That's how we're gonna battle it out tonight. Hindi tayo papatalo.
Strong, defiant, and of course, determined. Coach Gerson Cabiltes wants no less than their finest game here tonight from his Heat Waves.
Well, there's a saying that, you know, coaches lose games, players win games, but at the same time, it's the coach's responsibility, for the most part, at least from my experience, to instill belief, you know, to your team. And he's that type of coach. We've always known him as an emotional, motivational type of coach. And you just saw a glimpse of it through that clip.
Cullar, ball batted away by Melencio. The top to Magoliano, who is in fine form at the moment. 6 points para kay JP Magoliano. And the lead is at 13 for Pangasinan.
The bench of Pangasinan has certainly changed the complexion of this game. Pagpasok ng lamang ng 4 o 5 ito. Very much 5 ito. You know, this is a different 5 coming off the bench. Nagbago kagad yung laro.
Galinato, shot clock winding down, and that will signal the end of our first period here. A blistering start for the Pangasinan Heatwaves on the road. Really putting San Juan under pressure here in their home court. And it all started with Alin Bulanadi, Christian.
Yeah, he set the tone. We talked about the depth of this team. Lawrence Victoria, an important player for them, playmaker, scorer. Alin Bulanadi, Walkstad hit a couple shots. Vic Manuel, we talked about their bench. Vic Manuel leading in the charge. Their bench, Sidelf, 13-4 in the first quarter. That's why they're enjoying a 13-point lead.
And then we go home, we continue. Okay? Focus. Okay, pipisgalin tayo niyan. Kahit nasa home court natin. Okay natin, pisigalan. Okay, matatapos. Nandito tayo sa bahay natin. Okay? Tiwala sa isa't isa. Bawat teammate nyo. Ready kayo? Ready kayo? Yes! Masali ako mamaya.
Senator Jinggoy Estrada with words of motivation for his team. And nakita natin, we know Senator Jinggoy. He's been around Philippine basketball.
Too long.
For too long.
Too long. So much that he has won championships in different leagues with the same team, San Juan Knights.
And sa sobrang tagal niya, naging player pa niya si Tatay Rudy Distrito.
Tama. Na ngayon ay nagse-celebrate na ng kanyang mga libreng movie tickets as a senior.
Well, nothing senior about Vic Manuel right now.
Right.
8 points.
Right.
33-17.
This could be it for him in terms of what we talked about, that Vic Manuel game that everybody, especially for Pangasinan, has been waiting for. He had his moments, especially in the clutch in that series. That upset, if you will, against the number 2 seed in Nueva Ecija. And Vic Manuel, the muscle man, as we call him, showing a lot of muscle so far to start this game.
16 points. Ang lamang dito, look at the 3-point shooting, 7 of 8. You have to wonder kung hanggang saan to.
Dagdagan mo ba?
It's not stopping.
Yeah. Dagdagan mo
At
ba?
the moment.
Mali yung stat na yun eh. Walang forecast. 8 of 9 eh.
Grabe, ibang klase ang init ng Heatwaves dito sa Philoil Eco Center in San Juan. The 3 from Vic Manuel, 11 points for the muscle man, and it's a 19-point lead for Pangasinan here in Game 2. Game 3.
Standby ka. Position.
If there's a time to give it your all on the court, it is now. Yun ang ipinahayag ni Coach Jerson Cabilte sa kanyang kupunan bago pumasok sa laro na ito. With players like Victoria and Pagsanhan out because of their disqualifying fouls last game, sabi ni Coach Jerson na everyone really has to step up today, including Ralph Robin and Mike De Gregorio, who are playing for the first time in the semis. Nothing new naman daw in terms of their approach during practice and prep for today's game. But actually, a few members of the team have been struggling with the flu, like Michael Mabulak and Coach Jerson himself. Kaya now, they are pushed with a reminder that they have that Game 3 will to win in order to triumph in this series. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. And we're seeing that here with a strong start. Reynel Hugnatan. Gamboa scores on the stick back plus the foul.
Well, after the timeout, they immediately insert ang about San Juan. Itong si Reynel Hugnatan, and they go to him to the post right away. Now he misses the shot, but his teammate, a much younger teammate, a second generational teammate,
Yeah.
na si Gamboa, ang nakakuha ng offensive rebound nun. I don't know kung naging teammate pa sila. No?
Na magkalaban dati.
Oo, tatay niya.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Si Alan, tama? Dalawang magkapatid kasi yan eh.
Arnold.
Arnold, brother.
Arnold.
Oo, si Arnold.
De Gregorio. The Heat Waves torching the Knights. My goodness. 39-20. Hindi mo na alam kung ano gagawin mo. Ganun ka init yung shooting eh.
Nararamdaman mo na lang yung, yung heat ng Heat Waves. Hugnatan with a nice move. Sorry, miss.
9 of 10 from beyond the arc. Itong Pangasinan Heat Waves.
Cannot ask for a better start if you're Pangasinan. Jab, jab, shot.
9 of
Wala.
11. 9 of 11. Gamboa. The spin against Mabulak. There's a double team. Wamar, the extra pass. Galinato trying to answer. Galinato! The bang and the bucket. Para kay John Galinato.
That's when you know a team like San Juan, who is very much used to being in the division finals at least. Nakikita mo yung composure nila, no? The swing of the basketball, open man, miss. But then getting the offensive rebound, Galinato will go to the line for a bonus.
That's the Gixxer great move of the game, born for greatness.
You know, a team without experience, would have taken the shot, tulad nung meron si Panganiban dun sa kanang bahagi. Pero a swing to the middle and then an extra swing by Wamar to give up a much better look kay Galinato led eventually to the three-point play.
De Gregorio is off to a fine start as well. 5 straight points. Para kay Mike DG. It's back to 18. Pangasinan with all the answers right now. Gamboa, nice pick from Papa Ray.
Oh, got caught in a web right there, I believe, si Napoles.
De Gregorio misses the layup. Wamar quickly to Galinato. Naubusan ng spasyo. Tatlo yung nakaputi. Nakabantay doon. Here's Mabula. They go to Bulanadi. Alin. Inside to Napoles. It was a mismatch underneath.
That was good intention, just poor execution of the pass. Anytime you have a mismatch underneath, you want the pass to at least be sa taas, no? Dahil maliit yung kanyang batay. But this was the screen that you mentioned by Hugnatan to leave the lane open for Gamboa.
That's the play of the game, brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit. Your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live. Our player matchup for tonight, Jorge Napoles and Arvin Gamboa for the series. Napoles having the upper hand in the points department and the rebounds. Hindi pareho itong role ng dalawang player na to, but again, very integral to the success of their team here in this series. Ang kanilang performances.
Well, not really the main guys of your team, although Napoles, because of his first game performance, really had an impact to the outcome of the game, scoring 16 points. And as we mentioned, only scoring 4 in the second game. But you could say they're the X factors, if you will. That if they play well, it will give enough support sa kanilang mga star players tulad ni Orlan Wamar and guys like Vic Manuel Hesen and Hesen Gabo.
The tap goes to Panganiban. Nico all the way to the cup.
But that's the thing. Once you start missing Because the way they've been shooting in this game, at some point they will miss, and they've been missing so far the last few possessions. Those long misses usually turn out to be the first pass of a fast break, which happened to Panganiban. Here's another miss, but recovered. That's a foul.
Well, I thought Wamar got tripped before.
Yeah.
Panganiban misses the layup.
How many times have we seen already Sida after a made basket by both teams? Poor transition defense on the other end. That time, San Juan unable to take advantage.
Mulanadi.
Catch and shoot.
Literal. Catch and shoot.
Oo, hindi na binaba yung bola sa pocket. Pagsalo sa ulo, no? There's so many players nowadays that practice those shots, but the first player that come to mind, our own player, CJ Cancino.
Oh, nga. That's a fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the Go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Gamboa, the kick out to Papa Ray. A three, yes! Raiden Hugnatan and San Juan inching closer. The lead is down to 13.
Well, how about the playmaking by Gamboa? Not only scoring 7 points, he leads all scorer, but also has 3 assists already. Napag-usapan natin of him being the secondary ball handler. Ang ganda ng improvement talaga ng batang to, no? Playmaker na rin siya. Ilang beses na yan, ha?
Yeah, and during the regular season, we also saw...
Nakita natin yun.
Yung kanyang, the tight handles galing sa kanya, and that's an offensive foul.
Clearly.
One thing you can say about the Knights, they are never out of it. Even with that 19-point lead, Wamar will fire. Yes! And here come the Knights. 10 na lang to, from as high as 19.
Always amazes me when somebody stops on a dime like that. Alam mo nga, nakapag-check ng brake fluid bago laro, pero to hindi kailangan ng brake fluid, di po. Uses the screen, defense goes under, makes the defense pay.
Gamboa against Napoles. There's a foul on Jory Napoles. A lot of pressure defensively put by Arvin Gamboa.
Right, and usually it's the other way around, wherein is big to small screen. No, the small being the handler. That time, Gamboa, yung may hawak ng bola, Wamar giving that screen. And he was fouled as he was trying to drive the basketball.
Panganiban against Napoles. Papa Ray with another three. Rebound nakuha ni Robin. Pangasinan shooting 10 of 14 from beyond the arc here in the first half.
It's been really a shootout this first half, still with less than 4 minutes remaining. Both teams a combined 15 made threes already. Gabo.
That's a miss from Hesed Gabo. Papa Ray. Ooh. That is a pass that even my teammates I don't want to make if they want to pass to me. Wag naman i-forward pass.
Just too much sauce at that time for that turnover.
Yeah, great idea, great intention, but syempre, hindi dumating ang pasa. Robin, a lot of dribbling there. Turnover, Pangasinan, Gamboa leads it to Nico Panganiban.
How about the stop on the other end by John Galinato, forcing Robin to put the ball on the deck. We talked about that because he's a shooter, and not only getting the stop, forcing the steal that triggered the fast break. That's how you finish a 2-on-1 break. The way Gamboa finished it.
Air ball on the three from Hesed Gabo. Simply apologizes to the bench. 2:53 remaining. This is the assist of the game. Powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
Binate muna niya, no? Dun sa 2-on-1. Able to commit a Lynn Bolinari and that last-minute pass for the uncontested layup.
Here's Papa Ray. gets it back. Hugnatan, short. Good challenge by Bongga Lanza. Gabo to Vic Manuel, thought about it. And then si Arvin Gamboa. Foul on Arvin. Wala pa. Only the first team foul for San Juan here in the second quarter.
But a better job that time, not only going down in transition, but forcing itong si Vic Manuel to hesitate, to take the shot. Hindi natin masyado nakita yan. But the first 12 minutes of this game, kung saan lights out itong Heat Waves.
Galanza is open. Missed the three. Rebound, Panganiban. Nico drives. Leaves it to Gamboa. Labas kay Hugnatan. Hugnatan will fire again. He misfires. Rebound secured by Alin Bulanadi.
A two-man game right here. Trying to force a switch maybe. Still San Juan able to keep it 2-on-2 as Mabulak will hit a fade. Wala.
Referee Alan Manzano saying it's last touch on the blue shirts.
Ramos will check in, I believe, for Reynal. Are they going to challenge? I don't think so.
I don't think they will challenge. It's a minute and 48 remaining here in the second quarter. Gabo. Bulanadi with a jumper. That won't go. Bench scoring 26-10. Huge advantage for Pangasinan. Ramos, free throw line jumper.
That's money.
That is money indeed. Para kay Aldrich Ramos.
Kaya kita mo yung intensyon, no? Yung ikot ng tao, importante yung timing din. Pinilitan ni Ramos si Hugnatan. Ginamit kagad nila sa ball screen because they know that Wamar will force two on him, opens up the jumper para kay Aldrich.
Bulanadi lumapit. There's a foul. Sumabit si Aldrich Ramos.
Not to be denied, no?
Yeah, two free throws here.
Bulanadi had Galianza wide open. This is the play we talked about, that two-man game. Wipes out the defender of Wamar and then opens up the jumper after being the recipient of the pass.
And Bulanadi at the line. Nervin Flores is in the game for the first time. Yeah, Lynn able to nail the free throw. Meron na siyang 10 puntos dito. On 3 of 9 shooting from the field. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 47-37. Gamboa.
Good pass.
Labas kay Wamar. That's a three. Masyadong malakas. Rebound. Nervin Flores. Gives it up to Bongga Lanza. Galanza in trouble. The steal by Wamar. Melencio is right there.
We're going to take a look at this one because it might be an unsportsmanlike foul o kung tawagin dati, no? Advantage foul because mukhang walang white shirt na nasa harapan niya, but this is going to be close. Here's the double team. And eventually the steal, the quick hands. That by Panganiban, picked up by Wamar. That's close.
That is very close.
Mukhang pantay sila ni Galianza. Mukhang pantay sila ni Galianza. He was definitely a step ahead of Melencio. They're probably going to take a look if Galianza was a step ahead or not.
44 seconds remaining here. This first half has seen Pangasinan sizzle from beyond the arc.
This is crucial, especially if it goes in favor of San Juan, because you're talking about free throws plus ball possession, which means at 44.9 seconds if they get that.
Yeah, it is.
So
An unsportsmanlike foul.
They have a chance to trim the lead to as much as 5, maybe 4. If it's a 4-point play, who knows?
Who
right?
knows? Who knows?
But then again, because it's 44.9, that means a lot of time para bumalik sa kanila ang bola. They could finish this first half after being down by as
19.
much as 19 to be only down as low as 2 points maybe.
Orlin Momar
Yun lang.
uncharacteristically missing the free throw.
Uncharacteristically missing and characteristically yung reaction. No? Si Sen Jinggoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Orlin 1 for 2. Makes it a 9-point game. Larry Rodriguez, John Clarito, Ato Olar is also here on the right side.
Former ano yan, San Juan Knights yan.
Yeah, mga champion yan.
Champion. Was Ato Olar a part of that
No,
champion?
no.
Hindi, di ba? Oh. But he's a former San Juan Knight. Right?
Yeah.
A little screen-to-screener action. Manuel is down. Muammar. Canto.
Gamboa is fouled and he will get 2 free throws. I tell you, Marvin Gamboa, for a do-or-die game, does not look bothered at all.
Well, he's just doing his role. He's not forcing the issue. He has the ball a lot of his in his hands a lot. Whether it's bringing down the basketball from full court or creating a play in the half court, that time playing off ball, getting the offensive rebound, halos lahat nagawa niya na, no? And he's been an impact player, a positive one for sure para sa Knights dito sa first half.
Well, Pangasinan was leading 36-17 in the first minute of the second quarter on the Vic Manuel three-pointer.
So, ano nire-review nila?
So 2 free throws anyway para dito kay Arvin Gamboa.
Only the 5th and 6th free throw for San Juan and only 5 free throws for Pangasinan. So this game has been hard, but at the same time clean.
Yeah. A 2 for 2 for Arvin Gamboa.
Mabilis kasi yung pace ng laro natin from the tip.
So Gamboa already with 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, Christian. What a
all-around game.
Yeah, what a first half.
Not only, hindi lang niya pinantayan yung kanyang average of 9 points, pinakita natin kanina yun, but also doing the other things.
And he has the...
Oh my God, third foul na ni Wamar.
Yeah, yun lang. A big development here. As Orlin Momar gets called for that foul right there.
So they had a chance since they came off the free throw itong San Juan. I'm sure napag-isipan nila kung ilalabas sila si Wamar, pero dahil siguro may chance pa bumalik ang bola sa kanila nun, iniwan na nila sa loob.
Yeah, Bulanadi, catch and shoot. No, rebound ni Panganiban. Nico looks up. Dire-diretso si Panganiban, but a foul whistled on Vic Manuel.
The two things right there, Sidaf. I thought that was an interesting decision by Panganiban because if there was no whistle blown, that would have meant that Pangasinan is off to the races on the other end instead of them having the last shot. But even if he makes these free throws, which he doesn't, he's going to at least have a split. Babalik pa rin ang bola sa Heat Waves. That's why, to me, every time you have the last shot,
Yeah, you have to.
if it looks like you have an opportunity, I think you gotta be disciplined enough to take the last shot para hindi na bumalik ang bola sa kabila. Now, Pangasinan has a chance to score because of the 2 misses.
Melencio will fire. Masyado malakas. And that will do it for the first half of this do-or-die game. Pangasinan got off to a 19-point lead early in the second quarter. San Juan showing a lot of heart and grit, coming back to pull to within 7 as we head into the break. We will be right back on the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. This is Game 3 of your North Division semifinals.
Once again, sina Ronnie Santos, Milky Buscano at Pancho Pintang. Punta na kayo dito sa ating training court. participants, single ng mechanics. Bawat isa may 110 klase ng flight at kapag-kaisyo nila. Mag-uuwi sila ng brand new Suzuki Breakfast 3. First pagkasa natin si Antonio George. Alright, Antonio George. Good luck! Para sa brand new Suzuki Breakfast 3. Come on, San Juan City! Cheer natin si Antonio, come on! Thank you very much, Antonio. Up next, si Jay Melencio. Alright, Jay. Galingan mo, Jay. Ayan na! Napalakas ng iyong konti.
Rise or reclaim. This is game 3 of your North Division semifinals. As the Pangasinan Heatwaves, they could not have asked for a better start to this ball game, leading by as many as 19 points before settling for a 7-point lead against the San Juan Knights dito sa bahay ng Knights. And it was, as we mentioned, a superb first half performance by Pangasinan, and you need a superb performance to take down one of the finest teams in league history, ito San Juan Knights.
Tama ka dyan, no? You look at the numbers right here, you know, the bench points, as we mentioned, changed really the complexion of this game, particularly Vic Manuel, Mike De Gregorio, and itong si Maguliano, who had 24 of the 26 bench points compared to San Juan only having 10. And to your point, sabi mo nga, itong Pangasinan playing away, you know, could not ask for a better start, but at the same time, you got to finish strong as well, because after that, you know, massive 19-point lead, which was the biggest in the game, score was 36-17. San Juan, they allowed San Juan to finish with a 23-11 run. Yeah, from a high of 19 down to 7 to end the third. I thought though, that call to kay Orlan Wamar, the third one, seconds before the second quarter ended, could have a big impact sa second half, maybe to the outcome of this game. As you look at the shot chart, the three-point shooting, 10 for 17, 58%. Overall field goals, 18 for 38, 47%. This is big time for them to come out with a shooting performance, because this is a team that only takes 23 attempts, Sedef, to finish the regular season. Only an average of, you know, 6 makes per game. To shoot that way in the first half is massive. Considering it's a elimination game.
And the thing is that, you know, if they can repeat that in the second half, they're going to be good. But
so Manano answers with the first possession of the third quarter. So make that a 26-11 run.
47-43 now, after the lead was at its highest at 19 points. Mabulak gets the bounce off the feed from Hesed Gabo.
Nobody tagging right there in the two-man game. Baseline ball screen action. It's going to be interesting kung paano magre-respond ang depensa nitong San Juan, because that means it might leave Ralph Robin open on the weak side.
Gamboa. Labas kay Wamar. Arvin to the corner.
What a find.
And that clears Ramos for the... Oh, ball is loose. Picked up by Mabulak. Napoles, nabitawan ng bola. Recovered by Gamboa. Here comes Panganiban. Bigay kay Wamar. Fouled by Gabo.
That's on the floor. So it's going to be a sideline out of bounds.
And here's the thing, Kanina. The game was... It felt like it was slipping away from San Juan. A three-point shot is brought to the extreme. One-stop shop appliances. But you remember those situations where Pangasinan goes for a three, they get a long rebound, they get fouled.
Quick two on the other end.
And that has pretty much allowed them to be
where they are right now.
Yeah, be in striking distance again.
Yeah, that's why the important thing is that you don't play the score. Kailangan kahit malaki yung lamang, yung deficit na hinaharap mo, or kahit malaki yung lamang mo, you would still fight to execute, especially in the half court, which we saw a lot. Itong San Juan, no? Moving the basketball, creating advantages, and just hitting the open man. That scenario, if you remember, they swung the ball from right to left. It opened up Galinato. He missed the open shot, but then got his own rebound for a three-point play. That's the perfect example to me. Look at this small to big screen once again. They did this a couple times in first half. The only difference this time, Gamboa goes all the way to the cup.
11 points already para kay Arvin Gamboa. Bulanadi traveled.
They called for an extra step basically before he put the ball down. Naihakbang na niya, no? As he went for that open step.
Yeah, Raul Soyud comes back in. Was Danny Espiritu, super agent. Raul had a rough first half. Minus 18. Gamboa could not hit from beyond the arc. Rebound for Pangasinan. Bulanadi waits for Robin. Robin to Mabulak. Mabulak momentarily free. Hits the board before missing that one. Panganiban. Ball knocked away by Bulanadi.
They have numbers.
Robin fires a three. No good. Last touch to Nico Panganiban.
I thought San Juan was fortunate that time because that's Robin's shot. You know, they had the numbers. Nobody stopped the ball. Two blue shirts down on the floor as they commit the turnover. Is there a challenge? Yeah, I see the yellow light open.
Yes, there is a challenge on that, on the out of bounds. And Coach Alex, that's his first challenge of the game. San Juan down by 4. 7.5 minutes remaining here in the third.
Upon review, the challenge was successful.
It's a successful challenge for Coach Alex Angeles. Bola mapupunta sa San Juan. Check out what happened here. Ayan, no? I think it was
Foul pa nga yun.
Dapat. Wamar nursing 3 fouls is on the floor. Wamar gets away from Gabo. Gabo momentarily lost Wamar there. Nung lumapit ang screener.
Yeah, so that's good timing, no? By Orlan Wamar rejecting the ball screen as soon as the screen was about to be set on top. But one thing we have yet to see, we mentioned during the last seconds, no, before the second quarter ended, Wamar committing his third foul. I don't see any intention, at least, coming from the part of Pangasinan of trying or attacking itong si Orlan Wamar offensively for him to commit his fourth.
That's off the mark for Orlan Wamar. Ball knocked away. Arvin Gamboa with another rebound. Soyod is down low. It's down to 2.
Just got to be impressed with the composure and the playmaking of Gamboa.
He has 8 rebounds and 4 assists. 5 assists, rather. With a block as well. Maguliano misses from close range. Wamar wants to clear out. They go to Gamboa. Shuffled his feet.
Well, he was asking for the ball, pagtawid ng bola. But Wamar, for a moment, had another thing in mind, and then eventually he changed his mind. This was the pass.
This is the assist of the game, powered by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit.
They were about to go for a spread action on top.
Yeah, let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Exactly what we said before the half, Sidelf and Christian. For the San Juan Knights, it's about showing a lot of heart right now. Pinaalala ni Ron Denison sa kanyang teammates na huwag magsisihan kapag may error. Napansin naman ni Coach Alex sa first quarter that Pangasinan found their comfort spots to shoot. So it's all about setting up effective traps. He noticed their transition defense as well. Pero nakakuha na raw ng Knights ang kanilang momentum sa second quarter. So better communication is key to keep it up. He finished his last huddle saying, yung 19 na lamang nila na ibaba natin ng 7. So stay positive. team owner Jingoy adding, hindi porket nanalo tayo ng 20 ng Game 2 sa atin ito. Kung gusto natin manalo ng series, we have to start during the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G, and a lot of good communication there. And that halftime huddle, just reminding everyone that this is far from over. Gamboa against Maguliano. Maguliano goes down on the floor. A foul whistled on JP Maguliano.
JP Maguliano, we talked about him being a big part of that bench mob, if you will. Pero Gamboa, trying to stop rather Gamboa, I thought that was a good call.
Ang laki ng space na binigay ni JP. Grabe lang magkumain ng space ito si Arvin. Off the curl. Soberano misses it completely. Look at Panganiban fighting for that ball. Nakuha ni Mike Di Gregorio. Now Maguliano has it. Libre ang shooters ng Pangasinan sa kabilang side. There's a foul away from the ball.
Yeah. So 2 plays. At that time, I thought San Juan, particularly Coach Sen Jingoy, is contesting about the jumper on Soberano after the curl and the loose ball after the rebound on Soberano. It looked to me, though, Robin, as he got the ball on the floor, might have traveled because, from what I know, you cannot stand up with a basketball.
Yeah.
Even if your foot is planted. That's usually an automatic travel.
Well, Alforque with a steal. Here's Orlan Wamar, and we are tied at 49. San Juan with a 92 start here in the third quarter, and that 19-point lead is a thing of the past. Pero the muscle man with a quick answer, 51-49.
Individual tendencies papasok dapat kay Vic Manuel. This roadblock screen by Soyud to relieve pressure kay Arvin Gamboa. Tatawagan siya, no? May konting extension of his right leg, I believe. But we talked about individual tendencies. Vic Manuel strong to his right. This was the steal and the easiest layup so far in this game.
This is the fast break of the game, brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
You gotta force Vic Manuel to go to his weaker hand, which is his left side. Always loves going to his right.
Manuel already with 13 points. Panganiban secures the rebound pero naagaw ni Alin Bulanadi. Here's Bulanadi. He'll launch the 3. He misses again. Bulanadi leading that strong start, already shooting 3 of 12 in this ball game. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. Gamboa. Atakihin ang depensa ni Vic Manuel. Good tap by the muscle man. Here's Ian Menencio. Bulanadi will launch it. He misses again, but there's a foul.
There's a foul
on Royce Alforque.
Sidef, nabanggit natin the first half. The game has been clean and hard in terms of fouls and pace. But the turnover was clean as well in the first half. But it's been a different story for San Juan. Less than 4 minutes remaining dito sa quarter natin. Only 5 turnovers in the first half. Already has 4 in this quarter.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. And you gotta wonder if they have not been turning the ball over. You know, malamang sila na yung...
Sila na nasa driver's seat.
Ngayon. Bulanadi with 12 points in the ball game. Four-point lead para dito sa Pangasinan. Under 4 minutes to play here in Boss Robert Kai. And Jmo Igilos there, Boss Robert. So glad he can join us here. Inside they go. My guess is denied. Wamar launches the 3. That's off. Rebounding Alforque. Back out to Wamar. Soyud with the pick. Orlan, too close. Maguliano releases it to Vic Manuel. Manuel Nacabuelo, and he scores on the other end. 15 points for the muscle man, and it's a 6-point lead for Pangasinan.
Vic Manuel, or Pangasinan rather, forcing another turnover. Just poor spacing on this part as Maiquez tries to go backdoor. Look at the anticipation by Magoliano. Triggers the fast break. Manuel, no intention to pass because he knows he can finish in the break.
Timeout San Juan, 3:21 remaining here in the third.
That's not the way to win the game. You get back on transition defense. We're giving up easy baskets. Hindi pwedeng mangyari sa second half yan. We only get the lead. Di pa tayo nananalo. Tuloy natin yung diin. Get back on transition. Diin sa depensa, pare. We're gonna win. Second half, boys. Diin tayo! Uno natin yung panalo! We're going to the finals, guys!
That's Coach Jerson Cabiltes at his best. I know you're looking at him and you see the pressure and you feel a lot of the energy that he has pent up in his heart. This is the Kickster fan of the game, born for greatness.
And I get why he was frustrated, no? That message of his, because San Juan was able to score 9 points in transition in the first half. You could say that 7 of those happened in the last 3.5 minutes before the second quarter ended, where they had a good run to trim the lead down to 7. Soyud, that's a big 3.
Yeah, binigla ni Raul Soyud ang buong depensa nitong Pangasinan. Already with 9 points, Raul Soyud.
Hindi lang buong depensa, buong San Juan, pati tayo nagulat dito.
55-52, Manuel, that's short. Good challenge by Soyud. Jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to Pangasinan. Good job there by Vic Manuel to keep the possession alive. Look at Soyud. No options right here.
Look at Manuel. he was about 8 feet away from him. Really a dare shot, and even nung tinira ni Soyud, tumalikod na agad.
Yeah, Mike De Gregorio goes down. And they will review this.
They're going to review this, but this should only be a common foul. Because if you're going to call this an unsportsmanlike foul, then you got to call an unsportsmanlike foul on the guards defending the ball handler every time there's a screen set for them. Right? Halos yun din ang ginagawa ng mga guardia. But, sometimes the smaller guards get the benefit of the no call.
Yeah.
Former San Juan assistant coach and now Abra head coach.
Yeah, syempre, waiting for the winner of this one, Coach Yong Garcia.
Yong Garcia.
Kaya si Coach Yong, galing magtago yan eh.
Hindi niya alam, magaling din maghanap mga camera
Oo,
natin.
syempre. Usually dito yan sa taas.
Isipin mo, yung mga hindi nga nagsasabing birthday nila, nalalaman napilitan tuloy magpakain. Di ba? Yung pangayang nagtatago sa...
Pero mas magaling ako kasi naunahan ko eh. Mukhang may gagawin kanina eh. Lalapit eh. Kukuhanan ako eh.
I tell you, in our... What is that? Almost 10 years of friendship, this is the first time that you really treated...
Wow! Alforque off the glass and in.
Yan ang wow. First 2 points, I believe. Yeah.
He was not fielded in the first half. Royce Alforque really in the game for his defense. Is Vic Manuel. Nasa penalty ng San Juan. Will Pangasinan attack here. Manuel That bails out San Juan dun sa tres na yon.
Nice rebound by Alforque, boxing out Ian Melencio.
Maikes.
Good pass.
Soberano is open. Yes! Tabla ulit tayo at 57. The Knights regaining their bearings here. 12 points para kay AC Soberano.
Excellent read that time on an empty corner. Rolled by Maikes and reading the tag. Looking at the weak side. Here's San Juan once again.
Chance to take the lead for the Knights. Maikes on the run. Alforque to AC. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Gamboa traveled again.
Now, the turnover is going to be on Maikes, or Gamboa rather, but I thought Soberano held the ball too long on a 5-on-4 break. This was the cross-court pass by Maikes to Soberano.
Listable na yan. Pagka tanggap tsaka left, right. Yung pag-step, that is, the perfect situation para kay AC to hit the three. 12 turnovers for San Juan, 8 for Pangasinan. Melencio splits the defense, misses the jumper. Tied at 57. We had no illusions that this was going to be a one-sided game, by the way. We expected a war. Even if it was a 19-point lead earlier by Pangasinan. Masyado malakas ang tira. Alforque with a rebound. Mabulak. And Maikes getting entangled. There's a foul on Dexter Maikes, and he will send Mabulak to the free throw line.
That would have been a nice highlight for Alforque.
Yeah, misses the gimme there.
Yeah. And Mabulak making sure na wala na pangalawang or pangatlong pagkakataon na getting the defensive rebound. He's been quiet in this game. Mike Mabulak, first time at the line. Only 2 points so far. Does have 6 rebounds and an assist for the former 15 to 20 point scorer a couple seasons ago.
The free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, a subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Former MPBL champion Mike Mabulak with Nueva Ecija.
Right.
Played for Bacoor, played for Binyan, played for Laguna. Now here, reuniting with Coach Jerson Cabiltes with Pangasinan. Nakasona ang Pangasinan. Gamboa will launch the three, and San Juan is in the lead. He's been big time tonight. Arvin Gamboa, 14 points to go with 11 rebounds and 5 assists. Christian.
And a steal.
A steal as well. Arvin gets it to Papa Ray, and Maikes will score. 3-point lead for San Juan. Melencio to beat the shot.
That's going to count.
That's going to count.
And what a big shot.
That's going to count.
A much needed basket for the Heat Waves, because they cut the lead to 3, or they tied the game rather, and they will have first possession to start in the fourth, but this is how they break the pressure in the backcourt. Good pass by Hugnatan to Maikes. Hockey assist from Gamboa. Didn't take any dribble. Look at the time on the clock. Melencio. Clearly,
yeah,
it counts.
He rattles that three home, Ian Melencio. And we are back to square one, as fate would have it. Highlights of the game brought to you by Ciplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. It was a quarter where San Juan finally took the lead, but only briefly, because Pangasinan, keeping themselves in the game. Arvin Gamboa continues his stellar play. And before the quarter ended, that three-pointer from Ian Menencio tying the game. We are tied going into the fourth period. And that's our fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We are back. Of course, the top of the coverage. We promised drama, we promised thrill, we promised passion. Oh, what is that? That is a throwback.
Throwback?
Oh my.
Throwback?
Yeah, oh my. What a throwback photo.
Look how young you were.
Just because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
It's delaying the game. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Maraming salamat sa ating mga kaibigan sa production team for looking for that from the archives. Soberano for three. No. May hirit pa dito eh. May hirit yung katabi ko eh. Ba't ang payat ko daw dun?
Isn't that what I said? I just used a different word. Look how young you were. Akala ko na-gets mo.
Yeah, I was young then.
But I want to correct myself. I thought I saw the possession arrow seconds before or after the third quarter, after that buzzer beater. Because I thought Pangasinan would have first possession, but instead San Juan.
Well, there was a
change some possession.
Yeah, there was a jump ball earlier.
Yeah.
Gamboa, he's been a stud tonight. Arvin against Jore, nowhere to go. Soberano for three, no. Mike's rebound, still no go.
That's
The
a
foul.
Yeah, Mabulak.
That's a foul on Mabulak,
Because
clearly.
Mike's had a chance for another rebound after the initial miss on the first offensive. Already the second team foul and only 30 seconds of the fourth quarter game clock. Second team foul para sa Pangasinan.
Mike's, a turnover. Melencio to Mabulak. That's a foul on Alforque. 2 free throws for Mike Mabulak.
Yeah, so that if San Juan loses this game, there are two things na pwede nilang balikan. No? The turnover story in the second half.
Wala na silang babalikan.
Hindi, ibig sabihin.
Tapos ang season.
Ibig sabihin, di ba, papanoorin nila to lalo ni mga coaches. Diba, yung turnovers in second half, after relatively taking care of the ball, the first half only committing 5, already has 8 at this point.
Yeah.
And that 3-point shot.
Yeah,
Of Melencio.
we'll talk about that more after this report from Gian Alianes. Go ahead, G.
Staying composed is the name of the game for the Pangasinan Heatwaves to get their same momentum this fourth quarter. After confidently taking shots in the first, Coach Jerson noticed hesitation during the third. So he had a simple reminder last huddle na kahit tinatakpan sila ng kalaban, tumira pa rin ng tumira. It's all about bringing that confidence back for the Heatwaves right now. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. After losing that big lead, and I think both teams, it applies to both teams. I think in this do-or-die game, turnovers, kahit sa anong point pa yan ng ating Boss Moching Talisayon, also here in the building, supporting San Juan for sure. AC is fouled by Bonga Lanza. Kahit saan point pa yan, it could be costly. But here for San Juan, nakita natin yung timing ng kanilang turnovers because they cannot build the momentum they need to get some separation because they all kanina that was a chance to take the lead again,
right?
And they commit another error.
And because of that, yung turnovers nila sa second half na napakarami, 15 fast break points na, 6 more already compared to the first half as we have a coach's challenge.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Ball on the floor stays. Foul on number 54, Bonggalanza is second.
This is a big call, considering that it's been a tight ball game here. That foul on Bonggalanza.
Medyo mahirap yung anggulong yun, pero it looked to be, it looked to be landing spot para kay Soberano.
Well, his momentum just carried him over all the way to AC, and
Well, sinubukan niyang iwasan. He was trying to go to the right side, no, papuntang baseline, but didn't just quite get there sa gilid, no? Kaya medyo bumagsak itong si Soberano.
64-62. Ganda ng free throw clip ni AC Soberano. We're watching us right now, Eman Calo, former MPBL champions. Ano na ngayon? After na-eliminate ang Basilan, panalay season na siya.
Right?
So may championship daw sila, Team Udtat Pagalungan. So good luck sa inyo, Boss JJ Habilosa. And also watching, binabati din natin Mayor Emerald Bakuli from Luba Abra. From our good friend, Coach Ansay, Dan Michael Caneba.
What a move!
Ganda naman nun. That's Michael Mabulak with a finger roll. It's a one-point game.
What a beautiful fake handoff on top by Mabulak to open up the lane, that middle lane, and finish with the left.
Ugnatan against Collado. Papa Ray, the spin to the baseline. Naubusan ng ere si Papa Ray. Here's Bulanadi.
He's open.
Bulanadi, jumper, won't go. Maikes. Recovered by Wamar. Bulanadi's behind him. Gamboa is open. That's a three. That won't go. Rebound ni Gabo. Ahead to Bulanadi. Ball knocked away. Recovered by Maikes. Foul by Napoles. Action has been non-stop here.
A poor decision that time by Bulinati. We all know he had a hot hand in the first half. But a lot of blue shirts in the paint waiting for him. Look at this fake handoff by Mabula.
Ganda. Play of the game is brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa Legit. Your game, your chance, your thrill. Only with 747 Live. Usually, yan ang basihan ko. Kung 100% si Mike Mabulak. Pag nagagawa niya yung galaw na yun.
Mga ganong atake, no? Ang ganda pa nun, no? Slide by finish dahil nasa kanang bahagi, no? Yung second defender na si Maikes.
Axel Inigo watching as well with wife Sheila. Daming nanonood sa atin, syempre. Dami nila nanonood. No? Dave Arana, Gab Dagangon, Raymar Kaduyak, James Tempran, Coach Arvin Bunleon. Sana malaki yung screen nyo. Medyo malaki naman. iPad yung gamit nila. May tablet sila. Dexter Maikes makes it a 3-point lead for San Juan. 67-64. Under 8 minutes to play. Collado for 3. No. Rebound. Agawan. Last touch ni Wamar.
A lot of contact underneath, especially on defensive rebounding when the ball is up in the air. Our officials, no, talagang pinapalaro lang yung mga player sa mga ganong sitwasyon.
Just a reminder to everyone, we still have a game 2 tomorrow between Batangas and Binyan. Inside they go. Napoles, Quintes. Rebound Maikes. He has not been scoring a lot, but Dexter Maikes, he's been at it with the 50-50 balls. My gosh.
And Dexter Maikes, we talked about him and historically how he has performed in the playoffs, how he has not impacted, no, yung mga laro. And eto, nakita natin, Pangasinan, nabanggit natin yan eh. The quick first 2 fouls in the first 34 seconds of the quarter, no, has led to this. At 7:36, penalty na kagad itong Pangasinan.
Let's check in with Gianna.
Sidelf and Christian, before the game, Coach Alex actually expressed how proud he was of his team's composure during Game 2. Na walang napikon kahit umiinit na ang laro. And that same composure is what he wants to see to finish out the series. Aminado siya na napaka-flat ng umpisa nila. But throughout the game, his team continuously adds dimension, believing if they can keep this up, they will get this win. Sa depensa, he said they just really have to focus on that. Pero sa opensa, he reminded them that 1 minute into the fourth quarter, naka-penalty na ang kanilang kalaban, so they have to take advantage of it. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, G. And San Juan showing a lot of composure right now. They have extended the lead to 5. The foot was on the line para kay Nico Panganiban. But Dexter Marquez, how many 50-50 balls, how many loose balls has he grabbed here? Especially in the second half, Christian. Ang dami na. He's played a big role here.
Now, we talked about San Juan, their bounce-back performance in Game 2. The big difference was the offensive rebounding na dinoble nila from 6 to 13. That has been also the case tonight. San Juan having 14 offensive rebounds or extra possessions compared to only 7 for Pangasinan. The last one really costly after missing 2 free throws. Dexter Marquez, sa kanya pa bumalik ang bola, finding the open man on the other side na si Panganiban.
69-64. Panganiban will launch the 3. And he misses. Gabo ahead to Magoliano.
Dangerous pass right there.
And Panganiban whistled for the foul.
That's something that Gabo is never afraid to try, as the foul off the ball with a smaller defender.
And Orlando Omar, we saw him getting a bit frustrated with that decision from Nico to take the three-pointer.
Right, on the isolation play. Dapat atakihin niya dahil alam niya nasa penalty na itong Pangasinan. So settled that time.
Gabo inside the lane. There's a foul. I thought he slipped there. Tingnan natin.
I thought there was contact, but was it enough contact to blow the whistle? Maybe. Let's see. Nakatagilid si Panganiban.
That's on Nico. Gabo makes the free throw. Nagkaroon ba ng time na may ganun ka? May malaking...
But I was about to say, obviously in the NBA, who needs bobbleheads if you have giant faces like those?
Yeah.
Dito lang meron yan.
I think nagkaroon ng time. Kasi alam ko
It was a long time.
Collegiate star.
Let's not put this on me since you're the birthday boy today. Good pass. It's a big shot.
Oh, hit the side of the board.
And a poor foul.
Because they are also in penalty.
That's a poor foul. That's a poor foul. Madalas sinasabi sa akin ng asawa ko yan, yung mga ganong sitwasyon. Mali ka na, ayaw mo pa mag-sorry. Sa basketball, you cannot compound one mistake after another. Yun ang mali ni Aldrich Ramos.
No, nga.
You miss badly an open shot, and then in the penalty, about 90 feet away, you foul somebody in the backcourt. Huwag ka na magkaila. Nakaka-relate ka rin.
Oo naman.
Hindi porket birthday mo, absuelto ka.
Kaya nga nananahimik ako. Wala akong sinasabi. Ilan na ba yung nanonood sa YouTube? 37,000? Malamang marami.
You guys just go, Mike Calisan, an important
Wala.
player.
Oh, he's not here.
Yeah.
He's not around in this ballgame.
Arguably, their best big man. One of the best big men for sure in our league.
Out injured, I think he's done for the season. 69-68. Raul. Balik kay Wamar. Orlan for 3. No. Soyod with the offensive rebound. That's a foul on Gabo. 2 free throws coming up para kay Raul Soyod, and offensive rebounds again for San Juan.
Turnovers and offensive rebound para sa panig ng Pangasinan, defensive rebounding. But that's why coaches would always, or would usually say, hindi lang pwede kailangan gustong-gusto mo. That time, Bulenadi, yes, boxed out the bigger Soyud, but boxing out is not going to be enough. You got to finish the defensive rebound by getting the rebound.
Jem Calma and Fran Yu.
Brand new. Former San Juan Knight.
Yeah, San Juan as well. 2 for 2 for Raul Soyud. And yung ano mo, contemporary mo, Ronnie Ricketts.
Excuse me, Ronrick na siya. Direct Ronrick.
Contemporary mo yan
Grabe yan, ha?
Gabo airballs the 3.
I am just impressed with your vocabulary today.
Why?
Talagang ano eh, no? Yun yung,
It's only one game.
You could have just said kabats. You know, yun yung usually ginagamit. Panahon mo, talagang pinili mo eh. Yung pasimple pa eh, no?
So it sounds a bit classy
Yeah.
and elegant for you. Panganiban, labas kay Gamboa. Gamboa launches the 3. Panganiban saves the possession for San Juan. What an effort. And that was against Vic Manuel as well.
This could be a basket timeout situation if it's a basket.
Oy, nabitawan ni Raul. Turnover again for San Juan. Gabo to Mabulak. Mabulak will finish. It's a 1-point game.
Nice run right there by Pangasinan. Give it up to get it back. Mabulak to Gabo and a touch pass. Gabo back to Mabulak.
Marvin Gamboa able to get it across.
If I'm Gamboa, I'm posting up the smaller defender, but Bulenadi switches back.
The runner from AC Soberano, no bounce. Magaliana secures the rebound for Pangasinan.
Bulenadi wants it underneath, trying to seal off itong si Soberano, excuse me. So that's something they've been trying to do, not in the half court, but in transition. Pangalawang beses na yan, no? The first one was Maguliano, a couple plays back.
This is the play of the game, brought to you by 747 Live. Dito ka sa legit. Your game, your chance, your thrill, only with 747 Live. And Alin Bulanadi has 13 points. He has struggled after that hot start. So ngayon, a chance to get his rhythm back.
Well, we just saw Mabula finish in transition, and he has come to life in the second half after being scoreless no first half natin. All of his 8 points here in the second half.
Panganiban. There's a switch here. Panganiban attacks. Oh, Nico Panganiban! A strong move by Nico Panganiban.
Now they forced the switch of ball screen, which is the defensive tendency of Pangasinan, and because of that, he blows by the Mike Mabula, goes to his strong side right. You see that foul right there by Maguliano. A bonus pa.
I thought Maguliano backed off a little bit in the final moment.
I thought there was enough contact.
Yeah, but mas
For the
napigilan,
foul.
napigilan sana niya yung 3-point play.
Right.
74-71. 4:10 remaining. Gabo drives left. Nandun si Wamar all the way. Maguliano. Labas kay Alin Bulanadi. Bulanadi, there's a switch. He launches the 3 and he continues to miss. Manuel able to put that one in. 74-73. Manuel has 17 points and 4 boards.
What a time for a second chance opportunity for Pangasinan. Only their 7th and 8th point and their 7th offensive rebound. What a time to come.
Panganiban loses the handle. They
Another
were
poor
asking
foul.
for a foul.
And it's pretty much the same situation as earlier, even though it was a missed shot by Aldrich Ramos. But once again, a poor foul after the change of possession. There was no change of possession right here because Vic Manuel made sure that they had another opportunity using those big hands. On the other end, another turnover
Yeah.
for San Juan and another foul after the turnover.
Yeah, San Juan already has 15 turnovers. A huge number, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes. And the voice of reason of the MPBL, Rudy Distrito. Siyempre si Emer Oreta nandun din. Ating head of operations, Ken.
Ken and somebody, wearing a black cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3:34 left.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mika. Just kidding, Mika. Please make sure not to rewatch this. There you go. Kasi yung unang kuha natin, parang nakaside nyo, nagtatago eh.
Well, ano yan? May naghahanda yan sa next series.
Holding foul on
Next series, next coverage.
I was about to say
North Division.
K-drama or anything.
Kinuha mo po siyang artista. 3:34 remaining. Mabulak at the free throw line. Lamang ang San Juan.
Pasensya ka na eh. Nakita ko na yung contemporary ko eh. Na si Roderick eh. Kaya akala ko ganun din si Miss Abisamis.
Tied game again.
9 points, 8 boards for Mike Mabulak again after being scoreless in the first half and only having 4 rebounds. Has certainly made his presence felt as a turnover leads to a basket. May kasama pang foul. What a game for Bulanadi. Trying to pick up where he started off.
Talk about finishing strong here. Pangasinan applying the pressure here and the turnover leading to this basket.
It's been the story of the second half already. The 11th turnover here in the second half. A total of 16 in the game.
Nalin Bulanadi back at the free throw line. Short.
It was way short.
A 6-0 run here para sa Pangasinan. Bagsak si Hesed Gabo. Gamboa, dire-diretso. Oh, lost it. Lost the handle on the way up. That's a lucky break. Bulanadi. Back shot won't go. Soyud with the rebound. 3 minutes remaining. Wamar waits for Raul. 8 lead changes, 5 deadlocks in this ball game. Mostly here in the second half. That's a foul on Alin Bulanadi. Oh, Vic Manuel.
Yeah, right there, as it was a dribble handoff action. And trying to pitch the ball, or hand off the ball to Orlan Wamar right here. But as he turned, even before the handoff,
yung hawak dun sa Bewang.
Manuel. Medyo na-dislodge itong si Maikis.
77-74, 2:50 remain. Dexter Maikis at the line. Free throw shooting, 14 of 22 for Pangasinan, 13 of 19 for San Juan. Dexter Maikis. Meron na siyang 4 na puntos and 10 rebounds. Splits his free throws, 2-point game. Heat Waves in the lead.
They're going to go to Vic Manuel on the post, I believe here.
Against Raul Soyud. Mataas yung tanggap ni Vic. Pero si Raul nandun. Manuel trying to beat Soyud off the bounce and he draws the foul on Raul Soyud.
Vic Manuel, he is strong going to his right, but at the same time, when he goes baseline on the left side, as he got the ball right up at the wing area, he loves to finish with that inside hand, like scooping it in. The problem was, etong si Soyud, binuksan niya yung depensa, but a good read by Vic Manuel attacking the lead foot netong si Soyud and getting to the line.
It's not Cosejo right there.
18 points already for Vic Manuel. 19 right here.
Well, hindi pwede that lalagpas itong playoffs na to without a Vic Manuel signature game, and this is turning out to be his signature performance here in this do-or-die game against San Juan.
Yeah, he just has to finish it off with a win for his team.
Wamar Panganiban, the extra pass. Gamboa for three. Another stop for Pangasinan as Mabulak secures the defensive rebound. That's 9 rebounds for Mike Mabulak. Manuel against Raul Soyud. Soyud with the steal. Panganiban. Gamboa, if hindi nabigay kay Raul Soyud, here's Nico. He'll try to test the defense of Mabulak. Off-balance shot. That doesn't work. Mabulak. Milking a bit of, milking some clock here. Minute and a half remaining. Maguliano to Mabulak! 6-point lead for Pangasinan. Mike Mabulak coming alive in the second half. And Nico Panganiban
Failed to go down.
yeah, hindi siya nakabalik.
Halos 10 segundo siya.
What a
Sa
pass.
baseline. That's because the Heat Waves had all the advantage, 5 versus 4, for about 10 seconds for this play. Kaya napilitan, tumawag na timeout. Ito si Coach Alex. 6-point lead, 1:31 remaining.
Agad dito ha. Mag-goals ka lang. Agad, go screen. Baka maganyan. Go dito, pero kung meron, go. One. Kung wala, cut. Ito tayo. Okay? Easy. We need a quick 3 or quick 2. Quick 3 or.
Mike Mabulak, JP Magulian, and Vic Manuel combining for 29 points in Game 2. They've been superb here in this do-or-die game. JC Collar is in the game for San Juan. They need a basket here. AC Soberano, Wamar not involved again, but Gamboa cuts the deficit to 4, 81-77.
At that time, the empty corner happened on the right side of the floor, and you're right, Wamar didn't even touch the basketball that time. San Juan able to score with that short pop by Gamboa.
Bulanadi, Collar sticking close to him. There's a pick. Alin with a jumper, short. Bulanadi, the loose ball ends up with Wamar. Here's Gamboa. Finds Soberano. Nandun si Gabo. Wamar arrives for the 3. Good! San Juan pulls to within 1 after the 3 from Orlan Wamar. He was late getting back, Christian.
Right, he didn't plan to go down, thought that something would happen, but Soberano didn't like what he saw. And as soon as he pulled it back, Orlan Wamar sprinted to the open spot. Again, good recognition by Gamboa on that cross-court pass.
81-80, 47.4 seconds remaining. A lot of people thought that this was a done deal, pero there's a 1-point lead. Coach Jerson Cabiltes with perhaps his most important timeout of the season. Nalin Bulanadi missing that jumper. He's now 4 of 17 for the ball game, 15 points. The 5 on the floor for Pangasinan, Maguliano, who will inbound. Mabulak, Bulanadi, Gabo, and Vic Manuel. Aldrich Ramos is coming in for JC Colliar. Magdidepensa for San Juan, Gamboa, Ramos, Maiquez, Alforque, and Wamar. 14 on the shot clock.
With this possession right here with 14, assuming there's no offensive rebound, babalik pa ang bola sa Pangasinan. What's important for San Juan is that even if Pangasinan makes the basket, importante hindi 3 points.
Manuel, the turnaround shot! He gets the bounce. And Pangasinan will also get the ball back.
Right. And I like what Coach Jerson did. Sometimes you do not have to overthink things. You just gotta go to your main man. What I like about the adjustment is that they flipped it to the right side of the floor. Halos lahat ng posting niya sa fourth quarter sa kaliwang bahagi. Ngayon, nasa kanan siya. He can use his left shoulder and go to that turn on that side of the floor.
Sino mo na ito agad, ha? Okay, kung wala, let's go zoom right away. Zoom kay Mami, then bigyan mo ito ng player. Bigyan mo ito ng player si, tapos dito. Okay? Pag meron kay Mami, kay Mami. Wait to, quick.
What do you make of that timeout from Coach Alex, Christian?
Well, I heard a zoom action right there. I'm going to expect it to be for Orlan Wamar because he's the only guy that can draw 2 defenders. I think for Pangasinan, I expect them to switch all screens because the last thing, there's the zoom action. The last thing you want to give up here is a 3-pointer.
Maiquez, the fake, the 3, no. Colliar, Gamboa will shoot. Short rebound, Maguliano. A big stop for Pangasinan. 14.9 seconds remaining. JP Maguliano will go to the free throw line.
And obviously San Juan had all the chances to tie the ball game, even had a second chance. But one thing that you'll notice in this picture, Sedel, aside from the miss and the offensive rebound, where's Orlan Wamar in the picture? He was in the half court because he's being denied by the basketball, but I'm really surprised. I don't know if it's fatigue, but this is not the Orlan Wamar that I'm used to seeing all throughout the seasons in the MPBL. Usually, gusto niya yung mga ganitong sitwasyon.
Kukunin niya yung bola.
Kahit na dalawa pa, yung tumatao sa kanya, kukunin niya yung bola.
Coach Juan Garcia of the Abra Solid North Weavers waiting in the wings. Maguliano trying to seal the deal here at the line. No good! A chance for San Juan. Colliar stops, finds Wamar. 2 players ganging up on Orlan. Gamboa, a 3! No! And Pangasinan is moving on! The Heat Waves are advancing to the North Division Finals for the first time in franchise history. What a win here on the road! The Pangasinan Heat Waves take down the perennial North Division finalists in the San Juan Knights. They dodged a bullet with that 3-pointer from Arvin Gamboa that did not go in. But his head Gabo, Jerson Cabiltes, Mike Mabulak, Jay Collado. It's been a while since they've tasted this. And they're coming back to a place where they feel they belong.
I'm not really surprised with this achievement by Pangasinan because we've been saying all season long, considering the personnel, not only from the players but even the coaching staff, the experience that Coach Gerson brings. One of six teams coming into the 7th season that has a championship under his belt.
Yeah.
You know, because what's the saying? Looks can be deceiving, right? It was the same thing with Pangasinan. Don't be deceived by them being the 7th seed because they've been contenders all season long and they just allowed themselves to be one step, and 5 more games to get back into the finals, at least for Coach Gerson Gomilde, since we have our best player of the ball game. Sino pa nga ba?
The muscle man Vic Manuel finishes with 21 points. He's our best player of the game, powered by 747 Live. Play what you love, win what you deserve. Vic Manuel with a signature performance in these playoffs. Second straight round that Pangasinan wins a do-or-die game. Well-deserved as they enter the North Division Finals. Let's go to Gian Alianes.
Vic Manuel of the Pangasinan Heatwaves is our best player of the game. He had 21 points. Vic, unang-una sa lahat, nakapasok na ang Pangasinan Heatwaves sa North Division Finals. Nakita ko medyo emotional ka ngayon. Ano nasa isip mo?
Siyempre, hindi talaga namin expect to eh. So, maraming hindi naniniwala na makakarating kami dito. So, yun lang. Naglaro kami na may puso. Talagang gusto namin manalo. Binigay lang namin yung best namin. Saka, yung tiwala ni Coach, sinuklian lang namin lahat. Saka yung, alam ko yun, sobrang hirap nung ginagawa nila. Sa scouting, sa practice, talagang tinututukan nila kami. So, dedicate namin to para sa kanila. Saka sa people ng Pangasinan, saka sa pamilya namin, para sa kanila to.
Vic, napakaganda ng pinakita nyo sa umpisa pa lang ng laro. Yun yung nag-set ng tone sa laro ngayon. Paano nyo sisiguraduhin na yun rin ang ipapakita nyo sa North Division Finals?
Yun lang kasi, kailangan talaga mag-start kami lagi ng maganda, ng strong start para madala namin hanggang endgame. So, yun, binigay lang namin yung best namin. So, yun, talagang pinahirapan kami ng San Juan. Hindi namin expect. Sobrang dikit ng laban. So, yun lang. Talaga yung composure namin. Saka yung, I love you! Yun lang. Thank you.
Vic, ano naman ang mensahe mo sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyo, lalo na ang iyong pamilya at mga mahal sa buhay?
Siyempre, unang-una, salamat sa asawa ko. Siyempre, nalagaan niya ako mabuti sa mga anak ko na nandyan lagi. Inspirasyon ko sila sa paglalaro ko. Yung nanay ko, yung mga kapatid ko. Siyempre, salamat na rin sa management ng Pangasinan, sa coaches, sa teammates ko. Hindi lang ako to, kami lahat yung gumawa para makuha namin panalo. So, yun, kita-kits tayo sa Abra. Yan, para sa inyo to, Pangasinan.
Thank you very much. That was our best player of the game, Vic Manuel. Our best player of the game is powered by 747 Live. Play what you love, win what you deserve. Ngayon, kausapin naman natin si Coach Gerson Cabiltes, ang head coach ng Pangasinan Heatwaves. Coach Gerson, you guys defied a lot of odds during your journey this second season. From the playoffs pa lang, sabi nga ni Vic, a lot of people really doubted you. And you also, for the first time in franchise history, San Juan is not entering the North Division Finals because of you guys. Ano yung nasa isip mo ngayon with all of your success so far?
Yun nga, first, thankful ako sa Lord. Thankful ako kay God. Again, this is God's grace that we entered the North Finals. As I have told the players in the dugout before the game, I told them na alam ko walang naniniwala that we're gonna beat San Juan and we're gonna enter the finals. But still, we believe. Sabi ko, every effort and sacrifice namin for the last 8 to 9 months going to this game, sabi ko, dito na namin ibuhos lahat for this final game, going to the finals. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, alam ko naman, when the stakes are high, that's the time they play their best. So I'm very confident going into this game.
I know, Coach, that you guys still want to celebrate this victory, but looking forward as well, you guys will be going against Abra in the North Division Finals. Ano yung mga natutunan nyo from this series na dadalhin nyo during the finals?
This is the biggest test of our MPBL career. This challenge of playing against Abra in the North Finals. They have 30 straight wins, and they're the number 1 right now. We have beaten the number 2. We have beaten the number 3 overall. It's time to play the number 1. And we need to play hard. We need to play as a team and be united in going up against Abra. This is going to be the toughest task that we're going to face in our whole MPBL career.
Coach Jerson, I'm sure that a lot of Pangasinense watching right now are so happy with this feat. Pasalamatan nyo naman po lahat ng sumusuporta sa inyong koponan.
First, sa mga boss ko, kay Governor Guico, kila Boss Conrad and Eskimo Estrella, kay Boss Congressman Art Celeste, kay Mayor Kiambao, kay Mayor Liam Cesar, kay Mayor Brian Art Celeste, maraming salamat, kay Boss Robert Kai, siyempre kay Boss FJ Dilim, maraming salamat. Para sa lahat ng mga taga-Pangasinan, lahat ng Pangasinense na patuloy na sumusuporta sa amin, para sa inyo to. Ngayon may home court na tayo in Game 3 and Game 4. Kita-kits tayo sa Abra muna on Game 1 and Game 2, then sa Pangasinan. Kita-kita po tayo dyan.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was the head coach of the Pangasinan Heatwaves, Coach Jerson Cabiltes. We'll see you in the North Division Finals. Back to you, Sidalph and Christian.
Welcome to the North Division Finals. It's the number 1 seed, the Abra Solid North Weavers, and the Pangasinan Heatwaves, coming all the way from the play-in round and all the way straight to the North Division Finals. That series starts next week. Abangan nyo ang announcement on our social media pages. But here we go. Was Robert Kai of Boracay de la Ia, one of the sponsors of the Pangasinan Heatwaves, putting the, nilagay niya na. Ayan na. Formal na. Hindi talaga formal unless, thank you. Hindi talaga formal unless nadidikit mo eh.
Right. And that is a matchup that deserves at least 5 games.
Yes.
In my opinion, because you're talking about two teams. Yes, it's 1 versus 7 in terms of seeding, but in my opinion, all throughout the season, 2 of the deepest teams in the league.
And I remember a few weeks ago, we spoke about this, that if there's one team that can stop Abra,
it's Pangasinan.
It's Pangasinan.
It's Pangasinan because Abra has been, after their first loss, what was that? Third?
Pasay. Against Pasay.
Third and fourth game, right? What, 7 months ago?
Third game.
Third game. Diba? They have been literally unstoppable. And Pangasinan has a chance to defer that.
Tomorrow, may laro pa tayo. Game 2 pa lang doon sa South.
Game 2 ulit.
Game 2 ulit. Sorry. Back to 0 tayo.
Pero hindi continuation to, ha?
Back to 0 tayo.
Back to 0.
6:30 ang laro doon sa Batangas Province Event Center. It's the Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Binyan leading that series 1-0. So Pangasinan is moving on. It's the end of the road for San Juan.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Pero alam mo kung may continuation daw?
Ano?
Bukas, yung pakain mo daw ulit.
Hindi, meron na ngayon. Maraming salamat for our team here, for my partner Christian Wanzon, courtside reporter Gian Alianes, and for all the men and women making up the MPBL family. Maraming salamat. This is Sidalph Tupa saying thank you and good night from the city of San Juan.